Watching Kyle's unboxing videos again?
Yeah, he always finds the coolest... No way! A robot dog? Gotta ask where he got it.
Or use your Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. Just draw a circle around the dog on your screen, and it shows you where to buy it right in the app.
Whoa, I just learned a new trick. And that for once, I beat Kyle to the next big thing.
Circle it, find it with the new Galaxy S24 Ultra and circle the search with Google. Get yours now at Samsung.com. Internet connection required. Results may vary based on visuals.
Hello, and welcome to Floor Chat with Matt Driver. We talk about all things panel flooring.
Dickhead.
Matthew,
I'll have you know it's vinyl flooring. I'll have you know.
Ooh, vinyl. Ooh, how retro. Matthew, tell me all about your vinyl flooring, which meant you weren't at the last episode. All the dads want to hear it.
In the room and flat panels.
Were there any 2x4s involved?
I will point out the fitter we've had this week. I won't name him, but he's been brilliant. But you know when someone asks you a question and you haven't got a fucking clue what they're talking about? He's like, what design parquet do you want? I'm going, there's more than one.
Isn't that jumping from buildings?
He's like, so you want 45-degree angle? Do you want 90-degree angle? And I'm like,
yes.
What's the difference?
45 degrees.
What all of them?
45 degrees is the difference, I can tell you that one.
But to give him his credit, he then said, right, and laid it out on the floor. And I went, right, that makes sense.
Did he lay it out on the floor? Did he lay it out for you?
Nice.
Yeah.
Glad someone got it. For a bit of context, I missed the first recording because I've just moved house, hence why I've missed the last two of these. So my apologies for all my fans, all three of you.
It's okay, you have no fans.
You got no fans?
You've got no floor.
Yeah. I didn't have one until
You've
about
got no
3
windows,
days
you've
ago.
got no doors.
I haven't got any doors on. Basically, yes, I've moved house, hence why I've missed a few of these. And I'm doing it once, and I'm never doing it again. It is the biggest pain in the arse in the world, which is I appreciate the most first world problems I've ever sounded, but still, yeah, explains my absence for the last few.
It's safe to say the process has somewhat floored you, hasn't it, young Matthew?
It has floored me. It's floored me in so many fucking ways.
But as one door opens, another door closes.
Another door. And or in my case, if one door opens, gets taken up its inches, and gets left on the wall.
Because the carpet's too fucking big.
There's fun one to fit it, because the carpet doesn't allow for it. It's just fun shit. Just all these fun stuff.
When we last...
There was a day last week. If anyone, a bit of context, I'm moving to a new build house. Basically, for anyone that's yet to do this, if anyone's thinking about moving into a new build house that we listen to, which is a weird context at this point, get ready for people to just turn up at your door and say they're fixing something. And you go, crack on, pal. In you
could be anyone.
Anywhere to fix. Could be anyone.
With anything.
You could wander in from the street. No idea who you are. The name could be like Bob. And you go, cheers, Bob. Bob the builder. Crack on. What you want to do, mate? And they come in and they fix something and they fuck off. And you're going to go,
do I do it? Do I owe them money? So, yeah, that was the end of Homes Under the Hammer with Matt Driver. The audio version.
Now, there's a podcast idea. Reviewing Homes Under the Hammer.
Can we get Dion Dublin on?
Is that the show that used to do the theme, the music in between, to when they've got, like, they say a line and, brilliant. My Lovely Horse.
Yeah, My Lovely Horse. That's the only one I can think of. My Lovely Horse.
Google it. YouTube it's the best.
Or the Dave Gorman thing about Andrew WK, Party Hard.
Yeah.
Anyway, besides the point.
Anyway,
so
already off on a tangent. Haven't even started yet.
Indeed. So, from houses to managers having to move house...
No, move out of
their abodes because they have been sacked. There, I totally had that one planned, nice. Gents. Greg and I discussed Graham Potter. Fucking hell! See what I'm saying? You 10 on that. We had a nice mature podcast.
Exactly.
Then,
I'm so sorry, guys.
Floor Boy over here comes along and.
Floor Boy is the world's crappiest superhero.
Floor Boy.
It's Floor Boy. What's the main one?
I mean, in fairness, it depends.
Ceiling Man.
Ceiling. No. It's Floor Boy and his ceiling fan.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
Faceman character? Slightly bruised, man.
Crow boy. I think that's all going to get cut out.
Dear.
Anyway, so we've discussed about Potter getting sacked. Matt, what's your thought initially? I know we've discussed this in the previous episode, but you were busy, flooring around. So, Potter sacked.
Big flawed.
Yeah. Any deal?
Yeah, right decision, unfortunately. I mean, put it this way: if we can go, as in Everton, can go there and get a 2-2 draw and be good money for it, it never fit, did it? It never really. I don't know. I like Graham Potter. I think he's
fits about as well as your doors did.
He certainly does. I think he will find a job down the line that will suit him. There's talks of Leicester. There's talks of a few other clubs. I mean, he will be in demand, absolutely. It's just unfortunate that he's gone to somewhere like Chelsea, where if there's no instant success, and especially with the money they spent in January, it's been on the cards for a while. I mean, they've got Real Madrid in the Champions League. That would have been his only real saving grace if he managed to get them through Real Madrid. But I just don't see that happening. I mean, they're playing Liverpool as we speak. It's 0-0 last time I checked. It's a side they just looked, a little lost, a little clueless. I think he looked a little bit in over his head. Bless him. That's a shame. And we've had gents on from the Brighton podcast too. I think the way he left was also, has kind of burned any bridges if the chance were ever him to go back. But yeah, right decision, I think. Along with a few other managers we're going to talk about. Well, to the one, I should say, in the Premier League. Right decision. Shame that it never worked out for him, because I think we all want to see this manager's doing well, especially in the Premier League. But he'll fall on his feet. He'll get a job, I say, back in the Premier League, and he'll do a good job. No, at Everton, give it 6 months, might be it does. Who knows?
Quite possibly. Do we think Potter may turn up at Leicester? Is this one of those quirky twists of fate where, literally, not to make a pun, Matt, as one door closes, another door opens?
Fuck off with the door pun. Potentially, I think there's a good chance. It seems like quite a decent fit. I mean, that squad at Leicester is, for the quality that's in it should not be in the bottom 3 by any stretch. And I do think it's set up for him to go to kind of have that model that he had at Brighton, which is, they bring in either young or unknown players, etc., and then build them up and sell them on for a profit. I could see it happening. It's whether he wants to jump back into football so quickly. I don't know. But yeah, I could see it happening. I don't know who else Leicester really go for. It's either that or by some weird fate he ends up at Spurs. But I don't see that happening. I think Spurs are probably going to look at Pochettino again, I would imagine, in the summer.
It's hard to say, really, but I'm sure, I think, as Greg and I alluded to as well, I think Potter will find his feet at a good job somewhere. But on Leicester, of course, Brendan Rodgers sacked. As I alluded to in my intro, I really hope that the board didn't just pull his name out of an envelope. But if you know,
it took me ages to get that. When you texted me the other day, I was like, "What is this envelope?"
To have watched that episode of
Being Liverpool,
what was it called? Being
Liverpool.
Liverpool. That was
all
it.
or nothing. Oh no, it's that one. Yeah,
Everyone watched it.
Yeah,
it was the original. It was beautiful. It was the before the All or Nothing stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah. It really was like the OG.
The OG of these.
Apart from like what was the Neil Warnock one they did all those years ago?
The Sheffield United one.
But it was a real.
Where he was kicking off.
Yeah, before the Arsenal stuff and that kind of stuff.
Anyway,
it was the OG.
Brendan Rodgers. Weird. Man can win the FA Cup, take them to the verge of the Champions League, but not quite. And then he seems to have been on borrowed time for about 18 months after that. What? Why?
Yeah, it feels that way,
why now, though? Why now?
Fear of relegation. Again, any owners, unfortunately. They've been, I won't say they've been in free fall as such, but I think it sparked the night when they end up in the bottom 3 after, the games at the weekend. I think they might have lost again this evening, which goes to show it.
They have,
I think. Been him. It was 2-1 last time I checked. I know Villa had got a late goal. It finished 2-1. Again, a side that just, with the quality that it's got, it just baffles me, the likes of Maddison and, all those players, that they're in the bottom 3, but maybe it's just grown stale with him. It's just been a situation where actually, yes, they'd had the heights of I should say, the FA Cup win and European football, but it just grown stale. It seemed to be that way. I can't quite explain it otherwise, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think with Rodgers, he's got his niche, he's got his way of playing. He's, again, don't think he's a bad manager. He proved to Swansea, proved for a time at Liverpool to get the ego at Liverpool that they had near winning the league. And of course, you could say, oh, he won a one-horse race for Celtic. Well, he still had to go out and win all those trophies at Celtic. And I did question for him why, and this is going to sound ridiculous because obviously it's Premier League money, it's Leicester City, he's won the FA Cup, why he gave up what would have been utter domination at Celtic for, again, the bright lights and the money, the Premier League and the opportunity. But I'd have argued if you're doing that well at Celtic, you're going to get a bigger job ultimately anyway. If Ange Postecoglou's getting linked with a Tottenham job, for crying out loud, which we'll get on to Tottenham and Conte a bit more. I know Greg and I and Deck spoke about him on his outburst in the last episode, but he has actually been relieved of his duties since then. I do find it strange that it was something of a, I don't want to say backwards, but sort of a sideways move when you've got one of the biggest clubs in Scotland, sorry Rangers fans, I'm going to say one of the biggest clubs in Scotland, I'm not going to say the biggest because that's going to cause me to get burnt alive by half of Glasgow. I'm not doing that one. I'm not doing that.
Pitchforks and
there's
everything.
There's going to be a whole, not going down that route. I don't have a dog in this fight. I think you're both massive. Anyway, so, and to go to a medium-sized, a very good Premier League club in Leicester, but a medium-sized Premier League club, a club that has punched up its weight in years, obviously with the league title, but also winning the cup for the first time, coming fifth back-to-back years in the Premier League, which is not what Leicester are used to, but maybe now what supporters they expect. But like you say, I think there was a staleness, even looking at, the biggest thing for me was getting rid of Kasper Schmeichel and not having a ready replacement, playing Danny Ward, and they've got the lad Iverson in goal tonight.
They've also really struggled with FFP, haven't they? Last summer they spent.
They've hit what we've hit.
Yeah, same war that you're now realising that crap you've overspent and not had the results to cover what you've overspent on.
Because they've sold off Wesley Fofana, the big money to somewhat ironically Chelsea.
There you go.
They've got the lad Wout Fassin from somewhere in France. Name escapes me. Looks a bit like a BTEC Lord Farquaad along with Keglos Ownship. Sorry, they kind of do. I don't mean that in a horrible way. I just do. Anyway, and it just hasn't clicked for them. Like Fass himself, he's had great games, he's had terrible games. They've got good young talent. They've got the likes of Harvey Barnes, the likes of, obviously we spoke about Maddison, the likes of Dewsbury Hall coming through. Cracking squad, but don't quite get why you can't get a tune out of them, because they're a really good set.
It's a real strange one. I mean, on the Rodgers from Celtic to Leicester, obviously you had the same situation with Gerrard going to Villa. Again, you're looking at Gerrard thinking, why would you leave that situation? You're at Rangers, you've just won the league, maybe saying rightly. You've got a real chance to build and really challenge at that point. Obviously, they were a few years behind Celtic at that point, but you felt with him still there that they could build on. But the managers want the challenge, and like you say, the bright lights and the money and everything else. Unfortunately, it just shows the gulfing pull between the top of the Scottish League, and you've got Celtic and Rangers both playing European football consistently every season, compared to teams in the Premier League who aren't even getting a sniff or might occasionally get themselves into a Conference League or maybe the Europa League. It's not been quite right for a while, Leicester. You've always felt. I mean, the fans appear to have turned quite a while ago, from what I could see. But it's the fear of relegation, isn't it? They clearly feel that if this happens, the last thing, I mean, any club needs in particular, but a club like Leicester, like you say, it's a bit like Everton as well, with issues with FFP. The last thing you're going to want is relegation. And how well you cope under that, it wouldn't be the end of the club itself, but it would cause you real issues in terms of financial problems. And that was what had to happen. Who they bring in, we talked about Graham Potter. I do think that's a avenue they will go after. I'd be surprised if they didn't. But there aren't many names jumping out at the moment if you're in and around that squad, in and around that area in the league, because a lot of the managers who you expect to come in have already been taken. Because other clubs have pulled the trigger before them. It's very late. We'll be on 10 games to go, 9 games to go, Leicester now, I think. It's a big ask for someone to come in with a team that's low on confidence to build that up, especially when there's minimal points between what we're on 13th and 20th. It's a real tough ask to whoever does go in, and it's good luck to whoever gets it.
It's a weird time to be that kind of club because a lot of managers that are available right now are, you'd argue, top level. Obviously Zidane, Enrique, Nagelsmann, amongst others. Now Conte, of course, and you're not going to suggest that any of them are going to look at the Leicester job and go, that's where my future lies for at least 2 or 3 years, or there's a rebuild. Arguably, the one out-of-work manager, apart from Potter, that would look at the Leicester job and go, yeah, in that situation, is possibly Brendan Rodgers, but obviously that's not going to happen. Yeah.
A bit of shot twist.
I mean, hey, if it's good enough for Salernitana, where they sacked their manager and then brought him back within a day, and then I think a few weeks later they sacked him. That was this season. I can't remember the guy's name now.
Oh, brilliant.
For those of you who don't know, go and research about the Salernitana. I think it was Salernitana this year. Could be wrong. It was certainly an Italian club down the bottom. They sacked their manager. It might have been Cremonese. Don't know. Anyway, it happened and it was weird. But I mean, again, are we looking? Is Patrick Vieira? But he's been sacked by Palace. Whoever they get now is going to be. I don't know. It's going to be either a manager who's not been in work for very long, or out of work. He's been out of work for ages, or somebody who's just like done a not great job elsewhere. So,
Big Sam.
Precisely.
Big Sam,
he's been out.
Fireman Sam.
He's been out of work for a while. And I don't think Big Sam. It's like might as well appoint Harry Redknapp. There's like. Big Sam,
poor Harry Redknapp. Let him enjoy retirement.
Big Sam's going to be in the jungle before you know it.
I mean,
this is the thing, isn't it? Go on, Greg. Sorry, go on.
Speaking of people letting them enjoy their retirement, look at Roy Hodgson at the Palace.
No, what is he? 78?
75.
Oh, apologies.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
75.
Give him 3 extra years.
He's not.
Just why?
How old is what's his name? Neil Warnock now at Huddersfield.
Oh, Jesus, about 102.
Let me Google it.
I think he's younger. I don't think he's above 75. I think it's about 71, 72.
73.
Right,
yeah, I thought
place your bets.
Early 70s.
I'll Google it. Place your bets. Who's higher or lower? Is Neil Warnock older than Roy Hodgson?
I think he's younger. I think he's younger than Roy Hodgson.
You both think he's younger?
I think he's younger.
I do.
So, let's have a look.
Hodgson's been managing forever.
He has been, to be fair.
We did this thing at work the other day on our lunch break. We were trying to name every club that Neil Warnock has managed. Jesus Christ.
Right, how long have you got?
Oh, you've ruined me quiz.
3 days.
No.
Was that actually your quiz?
No, not really, no.
I was going to say, how long does this episode want to be?
No.
Oh, wow. Sorry, I was looking at the teams he'd played for. That was my cock-up when I initially looked at the list. Amazing. That was it.
Amazing.
So he's played for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, 10 teams. And he's managed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 19 clubs he's managed.
Bloody Nora. Fair play. It's quite impressive just to keep getting employed after being sacked 18 times.
That's quite an achievement, really.
Is this
He's doing a decent job, honestly.
Is this Warnock?
They smashed Middlesbrough.
They beat Borough 2.
Yeah, so it is Warnock. Yeah.
I bet.
This is Warnock.
He's doing a good job.
I don't think anyone would have said Notts County on the Neil Warnock thing.
It wasn't very long, was it? Wasn't it a couple of weeks or something?
He won a trophy.
I shall have a quick look.
Oh,
did he?
I think he did. Or was it Sam Allardyce? I'm thinking of. No, I'm sure he managed Notts County.
Asking me.
So they're in the bottom 3. Huddersfield.
Yeah.
They're on 39 points. They've played a game. So the team above them, Cardiff, have also got 39 points, but they got a game in hand. But Huddersfield have won the last 2, and they smashed Middlesbrough, and Middlesbrough are quite.
I say Borough are towards top of the table, aren't they?
Doing well, aren't they? At the minute, Middlesbrough top 3. Oh, they had the 3. Yeah, the 3rd. Michael Carrick's done a great job there at the moment.
Yeah, he was linked with.
To run down the Neil Warnock manager career, He is, by the way, 74. It starts at
74.
And I bet you can't tell me where he started at. No, I didn't think so. Gainsborough Trinity.
No. Oh, of course it is.
Gainsborough Trinity, Burton Albion.
Of course.
Gainsborough Trinity, Burton Albion, Scarborough, Notts County, I told you. Torquay, Huddersfield, Plymouth, Oldham, Bury, Sheffield United for what felt like forever, Crystal Palace, QPR, Leeds, Crystal Palace again, QPR again, caretaker manager, Rotherham, Cardiff, Middlesbrough, and then Huddersfield again. So he's had a few returns, and 2 of the clubs he's managed to basically bust.
Of course, yeah.
Essentially,
Bury and
Scarborough.
Well, Bury potentially not.
Yeah, there might be.
Which is a topic I've got.
We need to discuss
off
that.
the record.
Yeah. Go for it.
I've got a friend who is this is a future episode. I do have a friend who's a big Bury fan that I do want to get on, and I keep meaning to ask him, just to kind of give his part of the. I don't sound daft, but trying to talk through what's going on, because it's a interesting couple of months they've had it between the 2 football clubs.
Yeah, just to quickly touch on that, I'll quickly get through it. But we were in Ramsbottom the other day, me, Shell, Mum and Dad, and we got talking to a Bury AFC fan in a restaurant that's got a bar. He had the new Bury AFC kit on, and I just got talking to him, me and my dad. And I said to him, "Oh, do you want this merge with with Bury FC?" And he said no. He said, "I'm quite happy with the setup we've got here with Bury AFC." He said, "Everything's fine. It's not toxic. I'm enjoying it as it is. I don't want it to be more than this." I was like, wow, that was very interesting view.
It's an interesting outcome, because the outcome appeared to be, on the initial vote from White, again, we will discuss this in a future episode, that there was a small percentage of, I forget which side, I think it was the AFC Bury lot, I can't remember though, who voted against it, and yet Bury FC, I think, are the other ones, voted heavily in favour for it, but they had to meet, I think it was a 2/3 majority. I could be wrong. Like I say, this is coming off very much up the top of my head. And that's been the issue. But then they said there's now been, rumours that they're going to go in again for another one.
Yeah.
At some point soon, I understand of it. It seems from the face of it, and I appreciate, I'm not a fan of either one, so I can't comment on it and say, well, this is what you should do. But logic would dictate that a merger makes sense for everyone, because you get Gig Lane back, you get one club for the whole town, etc. But I don't know the full ins and outs of it. But like I say, there's a guest I want to have on who I'm going to see tomorrow, actually. I'm going to ask him at some point if you want to come on and talk about it, because it's a fascinating thing, because it's not very often you get a situation like Bury's where a club goes bust in the Football League, in particular as well. So, but yeah, that was just a off the topic situation. But yeah, I do want to cover at some point in the next few weeks if we can. Well, it's up to me to get the guest on, but yeah, we will cover it, I'm sure, in the next few weeks.
It was the Bury AFC wanted to merge, and then it was no vote from Bury FC, because then they were letting fireworks off at Gig Lane, and we are back.
Yeah,
and
it was odd. Yeah, it was an odd situation. But yeah, we'll cover that on it. Yeah. That needs its own episode, because it's a fascinating situation. What's going on over there? But we will, as a promise, I will promise to ask him to get him on, a friend of mine. If he doesn't come on, then
we'll find somebody that will.
We'll find somebody that will. We'll go walking around the rock in Bury with a sign going, does anyone want to come on a podcast?
We'll go in Robert Peel.
We'll go in the range and ask some staff. Yeah.
Does this mean we get to go to Blind
Tiger
again?
Is there range now in Bury?
What?
Blind Tiger's decent.
Blind Tiger's
Blind Tiger's good.
Have you been to
Blind Tiger too many times?
This is completely off topic. Have you been to, what's it called? Next to the Raconto Lounge, it's called. It's a place to the right
next to Wilkinson's.
Yeah, it's recently new. It's good. It's good stuff.
So years ago, I used to go in there in my college days, 2005.
It's changed now. It's changed hands. It's new. And I've forgotten the name of it. This is riveting stuff, by the way.
Sorry.
But if you want a nice bit of lunch, recommend it. Only because we were there the other week.
You step down into it.
Oh, no, I'm a different place. Right. There's the 3 opposite JD Swartz. There's like 3 restaurants.
Yes, I know you're on about. Yes,
the middle
Raconto's nice.
Raconto. There's a new one to the right of it, which is like a cafe kind of
Right, I'm thinking of the one near Will. Yeah, fair enough. We've gone off on a tangent, Jim. Sorry.
Very tangent. That can all be cut out.
It's all right.
Yes.
From a cafe in Bury to somebody who buried their team before leaving. Again, I can't do these transitions. Yeah. Conte.
You're better than what I expected. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, you didn't expect much though. So there.
I didn't.
Conte.
I'll be honest. There were low expectations, but you've exceeded them.
Shut up.
Sorry,
shut
Conte.
up. Conte.
Conte.
Was he right to have gone after what he said?
Yeah, of course he was. He wanted out.
Yeah.
You don't come out after the game, basically go, but you might as well have walked into that press conference and said, I fucking hate them all. Hey, Harry Kane, hey, Heung-min Son, Richarlison's a dickhead, I want out, Levy's a prick, and just drop Mike in the situation. Yeah, of course he did.
Might as well have dropped Trout in the situation.
He might as well have dropped Trout. That might have helped the situation as well. Yeah, of course he was right to go. I mean, what Levy's made some interesting choices, Mourinho, etc. But what owner in their right mind let a manager stay after that? You bloody mental?
True.
Yeah, of course he was always going to go.
Right, quick question before we move on, lads. Chelsea, Leicester, Tottenham. Who are the next managers? Just quick fire. Ooh. If you have to give one name for
Chelsea,
each.
I think Chelsea apparently are linked with Nagelsmann.
Yes.
Which I think would happen. Tottenham, I think Pochettino.
Okay.
Leicester, oh Christ.
I know.
Yeah.
Not him. That'd be impressive. Yeah.
I mean, he's coming back on
Sunday. Imagine that. He's posing with a Leicester shirt outside the cross.
That'll be something, won't it?
That is for Leicester.
The resurrection of Jesus. He's there, stood with Jamie Vardy. He's like, I've had too many fucking Red Bulls here. What's going on?
We have Jesus. Leicester. Oh God. Patrick Vieira. Why not? It's not going to be him.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay, Greg, Chelsea, Leicester, Tottenham.
You've pretty much gone with my three.
Copycat.
Palace. They might not Palace. Sorry, Leicester.
They're going to hire Crystal Palace.
No, Crystal Palace will manage Leicester City. No,
manage demise.
It's like WWE and UFC merging or something. I don't know.
WCW.
There's a podcast.
That was a weird thing.
Yeah,
purely for Vince's mustache.
Oh, he looks so dodgy.
Good God.
So good. Jet black hair and a fucking thin ass mustache. And deny all allegations.
He's older than Roy Hodgson.
Is fucking
He's older than Roy Hodgson.
Is
he just say?
Yeah, he's older than Ward and Hodgson.
77 years of age with dyed black hair and a fucking thin mustache was the best thing I've seen all weekend. Fair play to him.
Mad steroid granddad. I'm sorry.
Look at him.
Anyway,
that can be good.
Remember when he was going to buy Newcastle? Anyway, so yeah.
He was, wasn't he?
That was a weird rumour, wasn't it?
That was
about 15 years ago or 10 years ago.
15, 20 years ago, yeah.
During the Ashley time, wasn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, for me personally, I'm going to be a bit. Okay, I'm going to say Leicester, Potter. Tottenham Nagelsmann.
Yeah, I can see that.
I just said Graham Potter about 20 minutes
Tottenham Nagelsmann.
Yes.
So you have Tottenham
because Chelsea, Luis Enrique.
Do you reckon?
It's batshit enough for them to do it.
Yeah, it's a very Chelsea appointment, isn't it?
It's a very Chelsea
appointment. It's a very Todd Bowley appointment.
Yeah. They're going to look at him and go, wow, he's managed Spain.
The way Todd you said, I want to be nothing like the original owner.
He's won the treble at Barcelona, he's good at, all that, and it's just it's one of those, and he plays great football. It's one of those mad bastard appointments that Chelsea would just do.
It feels like I say, if a representative of Luis Enrique met with Todd Bowley and said, look, here's Luis Enrique, they'd basically ignore everything mental about him, and you can guarantee he'd fall for it. Kind of hook, like, and sinker.
Yeah.
So that's not a bad shout, actually. The biggest rumour I had this afternoon was Mourinho's going back.
To Chelsea?
Jesus, can you imagine?
No.
Fourth stint? No. Fourth? Third,
it would be, I think.
Third stint, sorry, not fourth.
Yeah.
Or worse still, imagine Mourinho going back to Tottenham.
Can you imagine that one?
Get the documentary out again.
Or nothing.
I think you might have mentioned him in the...
Vincent McMahon to Leicester.
Zidane? Is that a mad thing? Zidane, is he out the Chelsea?
Zidane, what did he do Chelsea? I don't know. Zidane feels like at this point he just he's won it all.
Need it.
So was it matter?
If Ancelotti leaves Real Madrid, he might just go, yeah, I'll go in again, but otherwise...
Well, there's rumours of him going to United, and it was like, why? Why would he go to United? They're not. He's only going to go to a team, PSG maybe, where you can go in and work with Mbappe.
He might go to France, but I don't think he's asked.
Maybe not.
He's what 4 Champions Leagues did he win? 4, 5, whatever it was. It was stupid. So it's like, what else can he win?
I generally feel like there's more chance of Vince McMahon possibly managing Chelsea than Zidane.
By God.
Imagine. Turns up with moustache and his black hair. I will not have creative control over the Chelsea team.
I would. He's there picking the squad.
Yeah.
Shane Mac rolling punches with his dodgy quads, trying to
get the big man up front. Get the big man up front. Get the actual big man up front.
Oh God, look at the size.
Turns up. Fucking Omos turns up.
Fucking Hulk Hogan getting called out before every game.
Anyone watch WrestleMania? Anyone watch any bits of it?
I've seen bits of it. Yeah.
I've seen bits of it. I watched
Twitter.
Night 1. I've rewatched Night 1. I've not watched Night 2.
No, I've not rewatched it. I've seen highlights though. Balor Edge looked good. Ripley and Charlotte looked good.
Ripley Charlotte was boss.
Yeah. Good.
Incredible. Yeah. I'm sure Charlotte was concussed halfway through because there was a. What was it? Not belly to belly. It was a German suplex, and it was like, "Ow, that looks like it hurt." You're right, Charlotte. But yeah, it was. It's. I quite like this 2-night thing. It's. I mean, I appreciate it doesn't really benefit us over here when it goes into like 4 a.m. as such, but I do think it creates that you have the element of night 1. Can they top it with night 2? And if they don't, we've always got night 1 to fall back.
And they didn't, in fairness. And they didn't. They went and vinced it in the last minute. But I think as well,
Adrenaline in my soul, something
Cody Rhodes. Yeah, the well-known lyrics. If you want to listen to more wrestling content from It's Only a Game, then we will start an offshoot podcast if you really want to.
Called Vince McMahon's Tiny Mustache.
Yeah. the Vinny's Muzzy podcast.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Such good shit.
Yeah, hashtag shit. Such good shit podcast.
It's such good shit. That's the name of the podcast.
The what's a
probably not very marketable, but it's
the what's a burrito? Please don't sneeze podcast. It's like. Anyway, moving on swiftly. I've completely forgotten what we're going to move on to now.
We're on about sackings.
We were on about sackings. So, yeah, obviously Tottenham sacked their manager, and then the caretaker took charge last night, Matt. Stiolini, I want to say his name was. Matt, what did you make of Everton Tottenham last night? Because, well, you watched it.
Well, I texted to you, didn't I? I said it's very rare that we can have a last-minute equaliser and still feel disappointed. Because I really felt that Spurs were there for the taking, and another big fallout has been about, should Harry Kane have done what he did to a certain extent, or did he overplay it? Don't care. Decore, don't raise your hands. Don't be an idiot. Don't even give him the chance to go down and get the red card. But before that, I mean, the first half was... I missed about the first 20 minutes, but from what I saw off afterwards, was fairly even. Spurs just look... I don't know. I can't quite describe it. They just look really a little bit lost. Because I suppose, and this came up again with Carragher and Neville on Monday Night Football, you sack Conte but leave us number 2 in charge. Well, you've just got then surely like a B-Tech Conte in charge who is going to repeat all the same issues that they already had to begin with, which showed last night. They went 1-0 up through a penalty, which, was a penalty, fair enough. And they sat back, and it was like they invited us on. And I wasn't expecting Michael Keane to absolutely thunder bastard one in from 25 yards, but still, we had chances in that, even when down to 10 men, and the Mora red card is a definite red, and I don't think there's any complaints about that as well. But yeah, we scored the goal, and then you kind of felt 10 men against 10. We could win this, and if we did, it's kind of mad. We'd up to, I think it was 13th if we had got a result. Ultimately, as I said to you, would I have taken a point before we started? Yes. In the context of the game, I was disappointed with the point because it did feel like we deserved more. We could have gone on and won it if it wasn't for Decore's red card, because they kind of lost their heads for 15 minutes after the red card and then the penalty. But all in all, I you know what? They're a side that I'm saying I enjoy watching. Enjoy is probably a different word, but they're doing all the right things that I would expect from an Everton side, which is digging in, running a lot, block tackles, It's not pretty football, but as Evertonians, we don't want pretty football. We want dogs of war situation. And that's what they're getting at the moment. And I've got to admire Sean Dyche for creating a bit of resilience in that squad because it didn't have it under Lampard. As soon as they go 1-0 down in a game, aside from maybe Palace last season, you did kind of get the feeling it was like, oh, okay, 1-0, but we're losing this. Whereas now, they might go 1-0 down, but they don't let the game get away from them. That's the difference between Dyche and Lampard. It's a resilient squad, and I'm starting to grow a little bit of respect for it. And it's a long way to go, and it's so tight down there. I can't call who's staying up and whatever else. But the more their confidence grows, and hopefully we can get some players back. Calvert-Lewin is such a huge miss at the moment, especially for just scoring goals. And if Michael Keane want to start banging him in from every week from 25 yards, go for it, Mick. I ain't going to stop. It was a hell of a goal. I couldn't believe it when he hit it. I was like, what the fuck are you? Oh my God, what a goal. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I think that's pretty much sums it up for me.
Yeah, agreed. Points not enough, really. I know it takes out the relegation zone, but we need to be clear. We need to be winning games. We need to be... And I know I'm watching it last night, and the vibe was very much wants to call right, and quite rightly got sent off for what he did. I know Kane maybe shouldn't have reacted quite as dramatically, but you can't put your hands to the opponent's face, as we know. Once that was then done, and then Kane scores the penalty, the mood was kind of, we 1-0, we're losing, we're 10 men, all this, and yeah, under Lampard, under Rafa, under various managers, we would have lost that game. But I did say, I turned to Dad last night and said, Spurs will have a player sent off here. It's that kind of game.
You can weirdly sense it, couldn't you? They look ragged even at 1-0.
The game's gone at 1-0, or even when I said no, there's still time for Spurs to get a player sent off, and then Lucas Moura comes charging in, nearly takes out Michael Keane's ankle.
The right one?
The one that he had his Jagielka-esque thunder bastard with. And at which point it was like, when they got Moura sent off, I was like, thinking, I didn't say it, because I never do, I thought we actually might equalise here, because it's levelled up, and we have momentum at 10 men. They were happy. Yeah, they were happy to sit back.
That's what's mad.
They were happy to sit back, soak up the 1-0. So don't blame them. But at the same time, they didn't look comfortable soaking up the 1-0. Iwobi and McNeil, for as much as I will malign them at times, did get at them last night, I felt.
Yeah, from minute one, they got at them.
It's that final ball, it's that final finish that we don't have unless you fucking centre off. So you yeet it from 35. Well, not 35 yards, not quite. But I'm not being funny.
About 25.
We can't be relying on him doing that every bloody week. And apparently doesn't train every time. But
I know. I did quite enjoy the interview. And he was like, "Yeah, I've been lining them up for a while. The lad's been waiting for it."
Yeah,
I was like,
it was a mixture of that and a mixture of being like a small schoolboy being shown his goal back, like by his dad.
It was quite funny.
And it was like, "Look what you did, son!" And he's like, "Whoa!" He's like amazed.
Couldn't you believe it?
On national television. But no, I got the sense that we weren't going to lose the game, but because Spurs did look crap. I'm sorry, Tottenham fans. You're a better team than we are, but I didn't think you were all that last night. And
they didn't look like a top 4 club.
They didn't look like a team that was cohesive at all. Attacking wise,
exactly.
Obviously, Kane, Son, and Kulusevski are a massive threat. I think they're 3 brilliant players. Of course, the defense looks ropey as anything.
It just looked. I don't know, but. Like I say, when they went 1-0 up, you think 1-0 up against 10 men, you just control the ball, you just keep hold of it. You've got the extra man, get them running, even if they press you, you've still got... It just seemed like they panicked at 1-0 up, it was bizarre. But they've done it, against Southampton, which caused that Conte famous rants, etc. So they've got it in them, and we took the best of it. It was... Yeah, I mean, it just goes to show, though, with Everton, if they are going to stay up, they need some goal. I think we're the joint lowest goal scorers in the league.
We can't score more than one a game.
Exactly. I mean, you're relying on a few worldies. Now, you've got to get consistent. I appreciate Ella Sims, when he came on last night, did a good job again. But they need Calvert-Lewin back, and they need him back sooner rather than later. Whatever his issues are with injuries, they have to nurse him through it. But you get the feeling that he would fit into a squad like that quite well, because he would be the target man and he's going to have runners around him, etc. And we've got a tough run in. We've got United on Saturday lunchtime. And there's not times anymore now where you can take games as free hits. There's no like, well, okay, we'll lose that one because we've got this game coming up. Every game now matters. I wouldn't say I've got massive faith in them to do it. I don't, and not as in like, oh yeah, we'll be fine. But the past, 5-6 games, I have maybe realised that we're not going out without a fight. Put it that way. Which, at least they've got to that point. It's not going to be like, we're just giving up. We're going to finish 19th and be 10 points adrift. If they're going to go out, they're going to go down fighting. And I'm hoping they've got enough in them to stay up. But we'll try and wait and see. Because after the financial results came out, boy, do we need Premier League football. Which is certain.
That's if we don't get points deducted.
Jesus Christ. That was an interesting one. We're reading that one. It's like, we've made our best reports in 5 years. We still lost £45 million. That's excellent. Well done, guys. Top work.
Yeah, great. So even if we do stay up, we're going to start with the points deduction potentially next season.
Exactly.
Potentially, of course. That could be fun.
Potentially. I mean, that seems an odd one because we've been apparently pretty open to the Premier League and have said that they've had everything from us for the past past 2 years, I think. That's the time I checked. And the fact that now sending us to an independent regulator feels a little odd, but that's the Premier League for you. You can try and start your own league and you get a bit of a fine. If you want to overspend a bit, you get a points deduction.
Yeah.
But that's a podcast for another day.
Yeah. We're never going to get invited on by the Premier League. We can slag them off all we want.
Exactly. It's fine.
We'll have to be nice about the League of Ireland, though, because they're up and coming and they might get us on, maybe.
They are. They might get us in there. Seamus Coleman links, etc.
Boss. Mm-hmm. Right, on that note, I feel like we might be ready for a couple of quizzes, gents. How are we feeling about that?
Hit me.
Yeah, I'm happy with anything. I've got 2 Dale or no Dales.
Okay, I will get them both wrong, like I did last time.
How did you? I missed the last one. I'm yet to play part.
They're a lot harder than you think.
Invented the game.
They're a lot harder than you think, as in, I don't know anything.
That's what I said. You can make up names and I've got a clue.
To be honest with you, I'm not convinced the right answers were even right. You just made them up.
Exactly. Even I'm not.
Oh, Christ, what have we got?
I'm kidding. Are you going with yours first, Jim, or what? It's up to you. Which direction we're going in?
Mine may take a while, so I don't mind going for yours first, Greg.
All right, okay. So so just I'll just go through this so Matt knows what this is all about. So it's actually come from the thing that you spoke about, Matt, a few months ago with the
this is my idea.
Make 2 up, and 1 is the real player. So okay, so. Dale or no Dale, one of these has played for Rochdale. 2 of them don't exist. I've made them up. 2 of them don't exist.
Okay.
So we can Matt can go first, and then Jimmy, you can go after Matt. Dale or no Dale, 3 players. Okay, so the first player, I'll name the 3, and then you pick one which you think is the real player.
That's great. You reckon this is very easy to understand?
Sean Essex, Graham Lancashire, or Lee Devon.
Oh, I like the way you've done that. It's smart.
There we go. Uh-huh.
Right, okay, so what? Sean Essex, Graham Lancashire.
Lee Devon.
No, Lee Devon. Right. My initial thought was Sean Essex sounds real. Only because he sounds like a League 2 right winger.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know what name that... Why my brain said, yeah, he's definitely a League 2. He sounds like a League 2 winger who had a bit of pace, but no end result.
There you go.
And occasionally got the odd assist through sheer dumb luck. Graham Lancashire? Nah, I'm not having Graham Lancashire. He could be. If he's going to be anything, he sounds like a centre-half. Maybe get stuck in.
He's a cricketer.
Yeah.
Or that too. He's a cricketer.
Yeah.
And what's the last one? Sean Devon.
Sorry, Lee Devon.
Lee Devon. See, Lee Devon sounds a bit like a fullback's name. I can see a left back being called Lee Devon.
Yeah, played for Port Vale in that epic Champions League run. Do you remember that conversation? No, never mind.
1986 one that I missed.
Lee Devon.
Lee Devon. I reckon Lee Devon. Right. Lee Devon sounds like a fullback. I'm going to say, if I get the position right as well, BMS, I'm going to say Lee Devon is the real one. I'm going to say he played left back or left wing.
Right. Am I right? Jim, can I have your answer? Please. You're on mute, lad. Oh, right. Sorry.
No, okay. I'm going to go with Norbert Northamptonshire. No, Robbie.
Joey
Correct. Correct.
Robbie Rutland? No? Okay. No, right. So, I also think, well, you know what? You've had a player called Ollie Lancashire. Am I right?
What was it, his dad?
Yes.
Now,
We have had an Ollie Lancashire.
have you made up his dad played for Rochdale? Or has his dad genuinely played for Rochdale? Or
Let's face it, it could be the case.
Is it even his fucking dad? I'm not doing Jeremy Kyle
Could be
here.
his uncle?
It could be
his brother?
You see, I think she's about Ollie Lancashire. I think Graham Lancashire. Reminds me of Graham.
It's a dad name, isn't it?
It's a Pia Yadar name.
You changed your name, Greg, in 4 months' time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Graham Lancashire, James Robert Ingham. I want to say Graham Lancashire, but at the same time I don't, because I feel like I'm thinking of Graham Kavanagh, who played for Wigan and Cardiff. With a similar sounding name. When I think of Graham Lancashire, I think of actually Graham Kavanagh, which I'm sure his wife does too. But giggity. So, what are we left with? Lee Devon or Sean Essex? Right, I imagine Sean Essex to be bald.
Yeah.
I thought he was bald as well. That's really
bald,
weird.
Squat fullback in my head.
See, I think winger. I think bald winger. I think like
I'm thinking bald, squat, left back, a bit like Sean Reid looked like. You know, Peter Reid's brother.
Sean Reid.
Mixture of Sean Reid and
icon.
Obviously, like not a fullback, but a bit like, remember Andy Robinson played for Tranmere and Swansea. Like that kind of diminutive squat bald winger. If he does listen, then he doesn't mind me describing him as that. He's an unbelievable footballer.
Yeah, apologies, Andy.
Sorry, Andy, if you do listen or if anyone knows him, he's a cracking player and by all accounts a nice bloke. You know.
By the way, Deck is fuming with you if he listens to this back and you bad mouth.
No, Andy Robinson's boss. I've got no issue with him. No, he's a player. I'm just describing a bald footballer. I'm sorry, there are players who are bald. There's nothing wrong with describing that.
Is it bad that I'm over Kevin Ellison?
I will not hear a thing of Kevin Ellison. He scored a bang.
I was going to say
he scored a bang for City Liverpool the other week. Unbelievable goal.
Did he?
Yeah, he's still.
What's he now?
41, 42. Still playing for City Liverpool.
Still playing.
Still playing. And then was it Sean Devon? No, Sean Essex and Lee Devon.
Lee Devon and Sean Essex.
I feel like Lee Devon. Although, am I thinking of Lee Jevons or Phil Jevons when I think of Lee Devon? Lee Devon.
You might be giving Greg a bit too credit.
Lee Devon, right, was definitely a right winger who had the classic everyone's hairstyle in 2007, the Chris Eagles / kind of, the mid 2000s hairstyle that every winger had, in the Liam Lawrence type of haircut from the mid 2000s.
What the sort of blonde spikes?
Yeah, he defo had them, which is why I'm going to go with Lee Devon, because I can well imagine he was the blonde spiked fancy winger who had trials at Celtic and never quite made it.
It's a good shout.
Lee Devon, I'm nailed in to do that.
What did I say again? Did I say Lee Devon as well?
Matt's gone for Lee Devon. I don't know about Jim.
Both gone Lee Devon.
Oh, you both go right. Okay.
Both gone Lee.
But different positions. He's gone right winger.
Right winger.
And I've gone left back.
Right. Okay. So the real the correct answer is Graham Lancashire.
Ah, bollocks.
Fuck off.
He played for Rochdale from 1997 to 2001. I think he's Lancaster City's manager at the minute, because I saw something the other day that reminded me. Right. I went, I forgot he played for Dale, which I thought, bang, I'll use that.
Is he any relation to Ollie?
I'm not sure, because Ollie Lancashire, I don't know where he is at the moment. He was playing for Shrewsbury, was he?
No.
Rotherham?
Am I thinking of Rotherham? I'm thinking of Thingy.
Oliver Lancashire?
I'm thinking of Thingy's lad, aren't I?
Rathbone.
Thingy Rathbone. You had Ollie Rathbone.
Yes, apparently his dad's book is great. Wasn't he the kit man at Everton?
Yeah, he was kit man at Everton,
Rathbone?
a few places, yeah. With Rathbone, for years.
Yeah. He's got 2 books out.
Yeah,
is it The Smell of Football?
One, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to have to read one of those.
I'll smell them.
I'm just going to have a look at Ollie Lancashire. Let's see where he is. Ollie Lancashire is...
Gutted Graham Lancashire's a real person. I'm not gutted because I'm sorry.
Is it Southampton? How's that happening?
No. What?
Is it?
Is
Ollie Lancashire?
Ollie Lancashire. I'm not sure about that.
He's what? He plays for Premier League, so...
Does he?
I don't know. I'm going to have to... Is he playing for them? I don't know what's happening there. I'm going to have to look into that.
He might be on like the...
Let's see.
Yeah, he's been there since 2021 but hasn't played a game.
Is that a bit like a Paul McShane at Man United situation?
He's a supporting
Yes.
player for the B team program.
There you go.
So, yes.
Yes. Similar to when.
It's for the B team.
Yeah. Give it up for the England B team.
Mike Bassett. There you go. That's what I was trying to get to.
Who you call your Fenian?
Right, be careful. I've already nearly called South the biggest club in Scotland on this podcast. I'm going to wind everyone up.
Only because it's one of the best things, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm a Fenian.
Right,
It's one of the
What
best
next of all, you're a Cockney, you mag.
It's amazing.
What a great
What a film. Anyway.
Okay.
Next Dale.
One more. I've got one more.
Yeah.
Okay, so another Dale. Sorry, Jim. Go on.
No, just my point that I'm now 0 for 3 on this. I'm really good at my ex-Dale players, clearly.
I still reckon all three of them are made up.
Probably. Yeah. Okay, next one. Dale or no Dale. 3 players. Simon Grand, Reece Small, or Matty Long. So it's Grand, Small, or Long.
Jesus
What do you
Christ.
think?
Yeah,
Sorry, you've broken up there.
Simon Grand,
Matt heard
Reece
that.
Small, or
I know,
Matty
that's
Long.
all, unfortunately. Sorry.
Simon Grand, I don't think it is. Simon Grand. Simon Grand, if it is a proper centre halves name. So he's definitely not Simon Grand. What was the other one?
Reece Small.
Reece Small.
Matty Long.
Reece Small. Matty Long does sound like a fullback, like a right back's name. Reece Small? I don't like Reece Small.
Right.
I don't think it's... my instinct straight away was Matty Long. And I think he's got kind of like a fullback sort of name. Right back, sort of right... Decent, quick, sort of... I say decent. Quick sort of fullback. You know, decent... Getting forward, gets good crossing. That's probably about it for his game. Yeah, I'm going to say Matty Long.
Right. So,
sorry, my internet cut out then, so I don't know what's gone on there.
No problem. I wondered what happened. It's okay.
I froze, so I've not heard any of the actual options, so...
Don't you worry. It was just Matt describing real or not real Rochdale players. So Matt's gone for Matty Long. Jim, who are you going for?
I don't know any of the options because my internet cut out.
Maybe Matty Long is just me wishing, who knows?
Okay, Jim, so Simon Grand, Reece Small, or Matty Long?
Simon Grand. I think he's played for Southport as well, I'm sure. He's ex-Rochdale centre-half.
Oh, yeah. Of course you know the actual person.
I know he's a player.
He was a fell centre-half.
I know he's a player, but I don't know if he's actually played for Rochdale now.
Look, I give them all... I give them all backstories like they've got a problem. You come in and go, nah, it's fucking him. Get on with it.
Well, it may not be him. I just remember he's been a Southport.
So
it's disgraceful.
Okay, so it's either it's Simon Grand, Reece Small, Matty Long. The correct answer is Simon Grand.
Yes, I'm glad it is because I would have embarrassed myself then if I hadn't got that right after being so cocky over that one. I think I follow him on Twitter, you know.
You might. You will be doing now.
Of course you will.
Thanks, Simon. Cheers.
He was the captain for Rochdale in, I think, when we played Rushden Diamonds in the playoffs in 2001 or 2.
That shows how long ago it was. Rushden Diamonds were playing.
Youngest captain ever for us.
I think. What's fair? Playing against 2 teams. Not fair, is it?
I know,
Not fair. No wonder. No wonder we got beat. So there we go. That's Dale or no Dale.
Indeed.
So say it, Simon Grand. Jimmy's got 1 point. Luckily, it's only 1 point because Matt could still probably get in the game with some more questions. Have you got answers? Even have you got some more questions, Jim?
I have got an Easter quiz. Now it's a bit of a call out and answer type quiz. So there's no take turns.
Yeah.
And the Easter quiz is the clubs of Jermaine Easter.
I don't even know who he is. So.
Jermaine Easter, the context is Jermaine Easter, for context, is a lower league.
Agreed to do these?
Is a lower league journeyman centre forward who made a few appearances for Wales.
I know the name.
So
right at this point, can I just guess clubs and hope?
Basically, that is basically the game. So stop.
Right.
Also, Southend is not an answer, but stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You played for 12 clubs in the Football League overall. And I will give you a clue that one is a current Premier League club.
Right, well, I got a 12 in 92 chance. So
just shout out.
A long guessing game, and we just guessing 92.
And basically, if you name a club, if you name a club, I'll then say, right, you've got that one. That's your point. Does that make sense?
Right, that's fine. I like that.
Yeah.
So there's 11 points up for grabs.
12.
It's whoever can get the most points out of that 11.
12. It's not an exact science because it might end up 6-all. But oh well, we just draw.
That's right.
Yeah.
If we get all 12, there really are no winners.
I mean, if you get all 12, I will be shocked. I mean, they've all played in the Football League at some point. I think one now is in the non-league.
I said 12 in 92 chances. It's not 12. Yeah, it's about 1,256. It could be anyone.
I told you it was an Easter quiz.
Oh, bollocks.
Right.
What did I say? Scunthorpe.
No.
Greg, I might as well take turns here, pal.
Right, yeah, let's take turns. So you're saying there's one in the Premier League?
There's one in the current Premier League and there's one in the current non-league.
Don't try and actively and tactically win this.
Brentford,
no.
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth, no.
Just fucking number wanking this, aren't we?
It's great.
Proper fucking number one.
We're just number wanking this. Torquay United. He sounds like a Torquay United player.
Torquay, no. Never played for Torquay.
It sounds the very... no, maybe not then.
Northampton.
No.
Oh, the suspense. He was doing the Christian thing then.
Except that I take away that was appalling.
Oh, man.
Got me going then.
Right. Hartlepool United.
Yes.
Oh, Hartlepool's a shout. I was going to say Hartlepool. Hartlepool.
That was a guess. That was it.
He played for Hartlepool early on in his career. I haven't got the years noted down. But Greg's got a point.
Halfway through. Shit. Worst part of this is I'm going to forget which clubs I've guessed.
This is why you need a pen and paper at all times, young Matthew. I mean, you've got 160 odds to pick from, so...
Exactly. I'm going to go Doncaster.
Who, sorry?
Doncaster Rovers.
No.
Don't give it the temptation. Don't give it the... Just say yes or no straight away.
But I couldn't hear what you said. You cut out.
It's already 10:30.
Sorry, is that a yes or no? Is that...
Of course it was a no. It was my guess.
Right. Speaking of Easter, I've got some mini eggs here.
Great audio content.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Great audio content.
Okay, Easter... I'm going to say Rotherham United at random. Rotherham United.
Rotherham? No.
Bolton Wanderers?
No.
Oh, fuck.
Birmingham?
No.
At which point do I just Google this myself?
No. Great place.
Aston Villa?
No.
Oh.
Is this where he's going to have played for a Premier League club, but as a youth player?
No, he played
for them. He played one first team game.
He's played for a current Premier League club. I didn't say they were in the Premier League at the time.
Oh.
So he's played for a current
Blackburn
Premier League
Rovers?
Club. No.
Current Premier League club? What league are you in? Go.
No, I've misunderstood that then.
I was going to say.
I'm just shouting names.
Crystal Palace.
Yes.
He sounds like a Palace player.
He does like a Palace
Sounds very Palace.
So him and Wilf Sahar
Greg,
you've
got well, I don't think it was there when Wilf Sahar was there. Greg, you've got Hartlepool. Matt, you got Crystal Palace. 1-1.
Oh, right. Oh shit, we don't know what we've said.
Just
do we
think
not?
of the most random football league clubs, and you probably this is why I didn't prepare you for this.
Oh, I tell you what, I'm gonna go for QPR.
No.
He sounds like he doesn't. Right.
Well, he does, but he didn't.
We're so convinced with our answers that I'm never like distraught with it's not the right one.
I love the conviction. I'm just going no.
This is a new one. I like it.
I'm gonna go Notts County.
Oh.
No, good try though.
Easter.
Good try though.
Good try. Good, but it's not right.
More patronising, you prick.
Good, but it's not right. Colchester United.
Yes.
Give off.
2-1 to Greg. He's
Fucking hell,
played
that was
for
a
Colchester. Like I say, just think of most random football league names you can think of. He's probably played for them.
Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to do that.
It's great.
Number one teams.
It is actually classic.
Wrexham.
No.
Damn. I was hoping he'd be in with Ryan Reynolds and Ron McElhenney.
Yeah.
I don't think he's playing anymore, admittedly, but yeah.
Derby County.
No.
Oh.
Guys, I've got worse quizzes than this lined up. You do realise I've got much worse quizzes than this lined up.
We're recording for an hour at this point. I've genuinely forgotten what I've said already.
We'll give it a few more minutes.
4 guesses each.
And then we'll cut it off,
Another 4 guesses each? Oh, I don't know.
I'm going to go for... really forgotten a lot of clubs that I can think of.
Just shout.
Let me think.
We will.
Sheffield United.
No. Would it help if I gave you the current divisions of each of the... Okay.
No, of course it fucking wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, it'd narrow it down. It still won't get it right, though.
Okay, you've got...
Okay, I'll go for Barnsley.
No.
Barnsley.
No. Sorry.
I'm going to go Crew Alexandra.
Crew?
Sounds like a Crew player.
He
Crew,
does,
yeah.
doesn't
Sounds like
he?
a Crew player.
He does sound like a Crew player. He wasn't, but he does sound like one.
That's very Tarrant of you.
I was waiting.
But we can't give you that. Bollocks.
Seriously, I can give you the divisions if
Blackpool.
you like. Blackpool, no.
I'll go for Blackpool.
No. Sorry.
That was dismissive, but
Sorry.
quite a good
You
guess.
weren't too pleased with that. You went Blackpool? No.
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 Off.
I was looking at my notes going...
Carlisle.
Carlisle?
Ooh.
No.
Mm-hmm. No.
Oh.
No. No one's ever played for Carlisle, ever.
Okay. Doncaster.
We've had
Doncaster.
We have had Doncaster, and
Shit.
it wasn't right the first time.
Who said? Did I say Doncaster?
You said Doncaster.
Yeah, that's maybe.
So you've not only got to work out what you've already said, you've got to work out what your opponents already said.
What
It's
have we said,
chaos. I love it. It's great.
Uh,
I didn't say it was a good quiz.
We need Deck.
Crossing the streams now. Crossing the streams.
We so need Deck in the situation.
Am I picking another? You're right, okay. York City.
Nah, sorry.
I thought York City might be in there, but no.
No York.
No York.
York.
The something streets.
No York.
Dream of.
The Yorkshire version. No York.
No York.
I'm gonna go for Leighton Orient.
No.
Oh, that's good.
But it's not right.
Because it's not.
I love that. Leighton Orient. Oh, that's good. No, it's not.
I don't know the way you're bigging up my answers, none of this shit anyway.
You're making stuff up now. Again, would it help?
Right, how many answers are left?
9.
9?
Up for 12.
Fuck.
So Greg,
You're 9.
you're currently winning. Right. Would it help if I gave you like some job?
No,
Right,
it's
do you
winning
have
at
2
this
more goes each, or?
Yeah, if I miss face, if
Zero
I get
goes
2 right
each.
in a row, it's not going to happen. So you probably call you the winner at this point.
Right. The vast majority of the clubs
Go
he
on,
played
2
for,
each.
not all, but the vast majority of the clubs he played for were south of Birmingham, which he didn't play for, as we know. Majority, 1 or 2 were a bit further north,
Right.
but you've got one of them already. He spent the majority of his career in the south of
Okay.
Southern clubs. This would be easy.
in the south of
You
England
going
and
Matt or me?
Wales.
Oh, you go, Val.
Peterborough.
No, but he did play for a club not far from Peterborough.
Oh.
Doesn't
Still doesn't help me.
If you know where Peterborough is,
It would help anyway. If I knew what Peterborough was, that'd be easier.
you need to learn your fucking geography then, don't you?
I've been there once. No idea where it is.
You've been there more than one time.
Yeah, a couple of times. I'm going to go for Exeter.
Exeter?
Yes, I'm having that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't if I were you, because it's not right. But he has played for a team not far off Exeter.
Greg, why are you picking up my answers? But he doesn't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
He knows what the answers are.
It's the suspense, isn't it? It's the suspense.
Drawn.
I've got one more, haven't I?
Game.
I know.
It's really not.
Go on then.
It's
different.
Have we had Southend United?
I think
you said Southend.
I think you said it preliminarily. And
I know. I
said
said Southend. I said Southend.
okay,
You've got another.
Oh right.
Option.
You know what? Yeovil.
No, he didn't play for Yeovil.
I've never said Yeovil like that before.
Right, so
That was
basically,
quite
you've never been to the
jovial,
west
Yeovil.
coast of England at this point.
I didn't say that. I said he's played in the south.
No, I did that because I said Exeter and he said Yeovil and he's been to neither of them.
Right. Okay.
Swansea.
Correct. He's played for Swansea.
Oh, is he levelled it back?
Oh, shit.
Levelled it back to 2-2.
That's all we
What do we
need.
do now?
I should have got it
We
wrong.
haven't planned for this. We haven't planned for this.
Fuck's sake.
Right.
That's
Okay.
like when,
It's sudden
what
death.
happened?
It's sudden death. Whoever can name the
Sudden
first.
death. Next goal.
Whoever can name the next correct one wins.
Right. Should we go?
Oh.
Just penalty shootout, or we actually just start just calling out as we think of them?
Well, that'd be hard for me to recognise, but if you want to just call out as you think, why not?
No, go on. We'll stick in turns.
Okay.
Great.
Do you want the ABBA format or the ABA?
I'm going to go for...
What's the approved one these days? I've forgotten.
Is it
Yes.
Bristol Rovers?
Correct. You played Bristol Rovers.
Oh, fair play.
shit.
That actually makes sense because that also gives me 3-2 with the two guesses we had each. So yeah.
Yeah.
I bow out gracefully at that point.
Oh.
Mainly because
Would
I
you like
can't
to
be fucking asked to carry it on.
Would you not like a Hail Mary guess match just for a laugh?
Cardiff City.
No, he didn't play for Cardiff, unfortunately. But so you could have had, and in the order of when he first joined the club, either on loan, because he had a few spells at the same club more than once. Hartlepool, which you got, Cambridge, Boston United, which is the non-league one.
Oh, but Boston have been there as well.
Like I say, we've been there. Stockport, Wickham, Plymouth,
Boston goals.
Millwall, Colchester, MK Dons, Swansea, Crystal Palace, and Bristol Rovers.
Oh,
Right.
So all names that you could have potentially got. And if you don't believe me, there's my list.
Well,
all right. I don't believe you.
But hey,
Like you make it up.
Not the worst quiz I've got planned for
that's
when
my
the
game.
for when
Making
the
players
for
up.
when, for when the three of you are here together. I've got an absolute cracker of a quiz planned.
No.
Which
Right.
you're gonna love me at first and then hate me.
Hang on a minute. No. There's no love in this situation.
No,
You say what you're doing, and I go, for fuck's
you'll love
sake.
it. You'll love it at first, honestly. Right.
I'm sure I will.
Anyway, on that note, guys, we will have another quiz episode. It's only a what's the thing call it? It's only a
game quiz. It's only a game.
It's only a quiz.
It's only a brain. There you go.
Only a brain.
We'll have it only a
Pinky
brain
and
at
the
some
brain.
point. Pinky and the brain, indeed. So, on that note, gentlemen
Brain,
and ladies,
brain.
we've discussed a lot tonight. We've gone from sackings to new appointments to theatrics on the floor to Matt's doors
Vince McMahon's mustaches.
and dodgy moustaches in between. But just remember, despite our inane ramblings, it's only a game. Thank you for listening if you got this far. I'm sorry Greg has to edit this.
God bless your souls.
God bless you all. Take care. Keep enjoying the football.
Thanks for
Cheers,
listening,
everyone.
folks.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye now. Bye.